So in today's video, guys, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over a consistently profitable trade plan for the guerrilla trading strategy, you know, the bomb and the bullet. And the reason I'm doing this, obviously, is I've got quite a few subscribers on my channel from the guerrilla trading review. And what I'm doing this for is because when I first joined guerrilla trading, I did struggle a little bit with building a trade plan, and it took me, a little bit over a year to build a trade plan for AU, EU, AJ, and EJ. So 4 currency pairs, it took me, a little bit over a year to get a consistently profitable plan for each one of those currency pairs. And one thing with guerrilla trading, don't get me wrong, the community is brilliant. It's got some great people that run it. Some of the members are very, very nice. But one thing that I found difficult is Guerrilla tell you to backtest, which is fair enough, and backtesting the strategy, I would recommend doing that, obviously. But one thing for me is when I joined guerrilla trading, I was very new to trading. I didn't really know much about it. All I knew is, your generic stuff from like baby pips and things like that. So one thing that I did struggle with obviously being new to trading is, I didn't really know what I was looking for in the charts, to be able to build my plan. Yeah, I was doing the backtesting, I was doing the naked charting, and later on when iPlaning got introduced, I was also doing that. But the thing is, for me, when I was very new, I didn't really know what I was looking for in the charts, and what Guerrilla do is they tell you to backtest and do all that stuff and figure everything out for yourself, which is fair enough, and you should backtest and you should look for things. But one thing that I could have done with when I was first starting out is a little bit of a pointer in the right direction. So the kind of things that they look for in their trade plan, certain characteristics that I may be able to look out for and implement into my trade plan, stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons why it took me, I think, so long, and I was stuck for quite a while on certain aspects of the strategy. And because one thing is the strategy is very simple, but it's hard to master, like I say, because what you've got to do is you've got to endure a lot of backtesting in order to get your plan ready. And when you've got to do this for 1, 2, 3, even 4 pairs in order to hit these double figure digits every single month, it can get hard. And that's one of the reasons why I'm going to release this and just show you the plan that I put together. It's something obviously that I no longer use, but I've still got these plans, and I thought if these plans can help anyone and it can speed up someone's journey if they are in Guerrilla, then fair enough, and happy days if that's the case. So what I'm going to do without further ado is I'm just going to jump in to the bomb. So the bomb is the first strategy that you should be doing when you join Guerrilla. That's the one that they recommend to do if you follow their their roadmap that they send out in their welcome email. They tell you to start with the bomb and then learn price action, because if you're doing the bullet, it can get a little bit messy, I suppose. But for me, obviously, I did the bomb for every single pair before moving on to the bullet anyway. So what I'm going to do is jump into the bomb. As you can see, this is a very simple trade checklist. You don't really need anything super complicated. You don't want a page of stuff in Notion, for example, with paragraphs and paragraphs full of stuff that you've got to read through every time an entry presents itself. So you want to keep something short, sweet, and very to the point. So that's obviously why I created it like this. And what we are looking for is a clean break with momentum. So that's one thing we're looking for. The next thing I look for is no shift in momentum. And what I mean by this is the first candle, what I don't want to see is an aggressive pullback, because that shows me a shift in momentum, and it's then going to tell me that I don't want to get involved in that trade. The next, if we see a large wick, I must see then a clear range after that, because large wicks on EU, I found obviously when I was trading this style is that it could range or then it could reverse. And then the last and final one for the bomb is entry candle not too close to the high or low. So what I mean by this is if the entry candle is too close to the high, once we break the high, you will not be able to, a lot of the time anyway, you won't be able to reduce your risk. And then if the entry candle is a little bit further away from the high or low, what will happen then is once you break the high or low, you will be able to reduce your risk, or sometimes you may be able to lock in a little bit of profit. So like I say, keep your checklists very, very simple. I wouldn't recommend, just copying this blindly. What I would do is I would use this as sort of a reference to of things to look for in the market. You can go ahead, you can look at stuff, and then, if you understand this yourself, then fair enough. But what I wouldn't do is I would be like a large wick, for example. A large wick, there can be a little bit of discretion around large wicks. It all depends whether you're zoomed in, how far you've scrolled up and stuff like that, how big the candles are on your screen. Because, for me personally, I like to have mine a little bit spaced out, but some people, you know, they may have their charts really scrunched up. So, you know, for a large wick for them may be really, really small, you know, whatever it may be, just do not copy this blindly and go into it and think you're going to be consistently profitable with these rules without backtesting it and looking at it yourself and understanding it mainly. So onto the bullet now. Obviously the bullet, we are looking at continuation bullets and we are looking at reversal bullets. So we have 2 checklists right in here. Well, actually we've got 3 because we've got one here for price action. So I'll start off with that one first. So from reversal, we channel continuation or trending price action, we don't want to take a bullet from a range because you don't want to be getting involved from a range, especially with the bullet, because a lot of the time, you know, this will not work out. So it should correctively come back to the bullet entry. Obviously, again, with the bomb, you do not want an aggressive retrace back to your entry. And then last but not least, no V-shape or volatile price action. So one thing you've got to remember when you are trading the 1 hour time frame is that you've got 1 full hour in the time of obviously the candle open and the candle close. And you know, if you drop down into a lower time frame, you will see there's a lot of price action within that 1 hour candle. So what we'll do now is we will start with the reversal bullet because that's the one that I obviously tested first. So from clean channel and not ranging price action, we don't want to see any large wicks. We want a clean momentum break of the EUR low, and again we don't want no V-shape or volatile price action. This is a really important one for me because if you've got, you know, V-shape or volatile price action, you know, you just don't want to be involved in that. And then onto the continuation bullet here, we have from trending price action or clear momentum. So what you will see is sometimes you'll have an ascending channel and then you might get a break to the upside, for example. But if not, you want to see clear momentum and clear trending price action. You want to see a clear break of the EUR low with a close. You know, I won't take a trade unless we get a close above the EUR low. If it breaks with a wick, then, you know, I won't be looking to get involved in that. If it is broken with a wick, what I will do is I will wait and see what happens with the next candles that come along. I want to see at least a 2 candle break. I don't want no large wicks, and obviously again the main one here is no V-shape or volatile price action. So yeah guys, this was my trade plan for Euro USD for both the bomb, the reversal bullet and the continuation bullet, and I also used to have, you know, little bits of a checklist for around price action. So like I said before, don't blindly just follow this. If you're going to use this, you know, use this as a reference, something you can look for when you're backtesting, and you know, try and make sense of all this kind of thing yourself. Like I say, you don't want to be going in and just copying this blindly, putting it down and thinking you can then trade this and be consistently profitable, because it will not work. So yeah, like I say, I've got trade plans for AU, EJ and AJ, and if you want to see those, you know, I'm happy to do that. You know, just drop a like on the video, leave a comment down below, let me know that you're interested. If not, you know, we can just leave that at that. But yeah, if this video did help you out guys, if it did provide you any value, please drop a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel for future videos, and I'll see you in the next one.